Hello, I am Dr. Deepthi and you are learning about concepts from mathematics. Let us concentrate on the concept of powers of a complex number from the topic complex analysis. Now, we know that any complex number is of the form x plus iy. So, if you want to find out the power of a complex number, first you should be aware of power of I itself. Now, I, as you know, it's iota, it's an imaginary unit number, and basically its magnitude is given as under root minus 1. So, let us find out about powers of I. I raised to 1 is, of course, going to be I itself, and by the definition, I square will be minus 1. So, these two are straightforward. What about I cube? Well, in order to find out I cube, you need to multiply I square and I. So it's going to be minus 1 into I, so it will give you minus I. What about I raised to 4? I raised to 4 is simply product of I square with itself. So minus 1 into minus 1 will give you plus 1. Now, you don't have to remember each and every power because here the simplicity is that there is a cyclic repetition of power. So, for example, if you have the next number I raised to 5. Now here I raised to 5 is just I raised to 4 into I itself. So answer is going to be I. Do you notice something? Do you notice that the power 1 as well as 5 are of the type 4k plus 1. So if k is 0, it will give you power will be 1, and if k is 1, power will be 5. So in both the cases, the answer is identical, that is I. Similarly, if you go one step back, if I have not written it here, but if I try to see I raised to 0, well, that is going to be 1 itself. Similarly, I raised to 4 is also 1. What about I raised to 8? It will be product of I raised to 4 with itself, so 1 into 1 again 1. It is of the form 4k. So if I vary the values of k from 0, 1, 2, etc., you will see that it's going to give you 1 as the answer. What about the power 6? What is its form? Is it 4k, 4k plus 1, 4k plus 2 or 4k plus 3? Well, if you put the value of k to be 1, then obviously 6 forms the category 4k plus 2, just like 2 itself. And I raised to 6 is going to be product of I raised to 4 and I square. So 1 into minus 1 is minus 1. Now can you guess what will be I raised to 7? Yes. If you take value of k to be 1, 7 is going to fall in the category having numbers of the form 4k plus 3. So the answer is going to be minus 1. So here you can see the powers 1, 2, 3, 4, and we just evaluated for the powers 5, 6, 7, 8, and the answers repeated themselves in a cyclic order. So remember this when you solve an example. Thank you.